Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Javier in the Air. This is season 6, episode 12. We're going to make this a quick one because I'm in a lot of pain, which I'll explain next time on the show. So we're going to go straight into our Trash in the Hood. Dark Frog Social Media presents Trash in the Hood, weeks 149 and 150. Hey everybody, so here we are, week 149, day 1. So you see we got some liquor bottles, some beer bottles, some water bottles, bits of straw and everything. And the route we took actually was quite interesting. Well, not that interesting, but it wasn't the normal path. So that's why we only had like 9 cigarette butts. It was interesting. It was hot AF, if you know what that means, and it was unbelievable hot. And so we were trying to find a route that would give us as much shade as we could because it was horrible. And I think due to that, that's why it was so light as far as the trash itself. So here we are, or here I am, showing off in the hot AF sun for day 1. Here we are, 149, day 2. So top left, you're going to see it's basically a light component for the LED lights that are now the mainstay for the street lights that you have. This was around Hatch Pond. As you see, there's some large pieces of plastic and cardboard and the normal bits of, receipts and paper and plastic and metal and steel and all that other stuff that we find that have come off of cars and people have thrown out into the street and stuff like that, along with a very limited number of cigarette butts. I think it's just so freaking hot out there that people aren't walking around and smoking like they normally do when it's a little bit cooler. And so the route itself was this interesting thing. Went down Hickory to Black Cherry to Red Bay to Loretta Wood and so on. So this is now day 4 for week 149. As you see there, a lot of cardboard that day, some paper and plastic and a little weird tchotchke that you see middle left, and a yellow solo cup, which is not your normal solo cup color. A lot of paper and thing. I think the lawn crew had been out and was so mowing a lot. Again, not a lot of cigarette butts. There's probably about 12 there from just a quick count looking at it, but it was very unusual that are, well, not really for this time, but still unusual to not find a lot of cigarette butts that week. So very interesting. And then, of course, I was trying to say, go, 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 pick up your damn trash. So I'm trying to make it more interesting for people that are on nextdoor.com. Tell me what you think. So this is day 50. Week 150. We only got one day out there because of the heat and because of other problems that I've had. So there was a mulch bag, Slim Jim container, a wrapper, depending on what you like to call it. Lots of paper and bits of rubber. I think there was some car accidents that we found on 620, so we picked up some bits of rubber. Since we were on 620 and going down 620 or going down El Salito, on the other side of 620, there was quite a bit of cigarette butts and a coffee cup that we used to put the cigarette butts in, and so it was quite an interesting walk. Again, super hot AF, and here I am playing hopscotch in between the rubber tires that they have embedded in the road on El Salito on the other side of 620, the other side being in Austin itself. So there you have it. There's our trash in the hood. So I apologize for probably talking a little bit too fast today. I am in an incredible amount of pain and trying to get through it, but I want to get this show done. So if you saw me out there, there was a young lady named Jen who I appreciate you stopping and thanking us for our work. Myself and my usual normal walker, Julia Takashita, of the Takashita family. And so she was out there and she thanked us, and it was great to see her out there. We've seen her out there before, so fantastic to see you. And there's quite a few people that we see every now and then, so it's always nice to see people out there who are enjoying what we're doing, and we enjoy doing what we're doing. And so we're going to keep doing it. And we're going to post here, we're going to post there, we're going to post everywhere. And that's just the way it is. Some people think it's not great that we're posting trash, and my response is, well, it's not great that people are throwing trash. So you take care of that side, and so that no one throws any trash, and then I won't have to do my side, and that's just the way it works. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go to our Zen Moment, which will probably be AI generated. Trying to learn more and more about AI, so let's see what we get. I find myself an old man staring off from the mountaintop. All that is left is for me to take off. Spread the wings I have spent my lifetime building, and see what is out there. See what is left for me to see. I spread out my wings, spread my arms wide, take a running step, and jump into the clear blue sky. I know what is not left for me, I know what is not for me. All I know is soon I may die. What has happened to me? What experiences has caused the lines on my face, the pains in my limbs? What does it mean for me to actually take a deep breath, stare out, and take off? There comes a time where you just decide, this is it for me. I shall do what I shall do. I am happy with what I have done, and I am happy where I will go. And so I spread the wings, I take a deep breath, and I take off. Alright, so there is our AI generated illustration, and again, some interesting, thoughtful words from Jay Anderson. And now we're going to move into our gardening thing. So I have a couple of things from the gardening. I wanted you to take a look at, actually just one thing from the gardening. I wanted you to take a look at and see what I got from our grapevine. So these are the grapes from my grapevine that I have out back. Thanks to Memo and Vodega for that. Years ago, they gave me a grapevine, and I keep trying to get grapes out of them. And I get close to getting them, and then the squirrels or birds will come and get them, or something will happen like a freeze or some kind of horrible flooding storm or something, and so they'll get washed away. However, this season, I grabbed these while I could. Now, if you notice some that are still green, they're green and hard, and they are not ready for picking. However, the ones that are purple, although tiny, like the size of a small marble, they're ready because they're purple, so they're ready to be picked. So from what I can tell from Google Images, which is not 100% accurate, I don't think it's 70% accurate, but the closest I've gotten, plus the description of the taste, these are Concord grapes. So like the ones that make jelly, but also they have a sweet taste. They have a not a thick skin, but they do have a skin to it, more so than some of the other grapes that I've eaten before. They were really good. They weren't that tart. I only ate the purple ones. They were really good, sweet, a little bit of tang to it, so that made it even better. But I think they were really, really good. Now, this was the only bunch of grapes I was able to get off the grapevine, so I was disappointed. However, I was able to get some finally. So after years and years, I'd say probably 7, maybe 8 years, I've finally gotten some grapes off of that grapevine that I could eat, and they were really good. So maybe next season I might be able to get more. Okay, so there you have it. There were our Concord grapes. I made the mistake of trying to prune the melon vines to a good level because right now there are just so many vines and it's not producing a lot of melons because there's so many leaves out there. All the energy is being sent to the leaves and not to the actual production of melons. So I have one out there. I had two, and in the midst of my pruning, I cut the vine that had the melon on it. I'm so dejected and depressed and angry at myself for doing that. I thought I grabbed the right vine and I traced it back and I got back to where it was and I said, okay, I need to make sure and not cut this vine. And I started cutting other vines and somehow I grabbed that vine and I cut it. So I only have one now. It's about this big, which if you know my hands, there's my face, there's a hand. It's decent. But the other one was about the same size, and I literally just cut it to its death. So I'm hoping that maybe through the pruning of other vines, I can get other melons to be produced, and we'll go from there. But so I don't have anything right now. I'll have to show you that one. It's kind of half hidden by leaves, and so I want to leave it where it is. I don't want to pull it out and show it and put it above the leaves because I think that it's getting enough shade because of all the sun that we have that it's doing a decent job. So I'm going to go out there and water it today, so I'll check it while I'm out there. So that's as far as we have. We have the grapes, we have possibly the melon. There's something else growing there. I think I also have some tomatoes that may be growing, but they're not in the tomato part yet. They're just in the bloom. So they still haven't come forth yet, so I'll have to wait and see if I get anything from them. So we'll keep an eye out on there. So a throwback from our session that we've been doing. I actually went out to the fantastic Boutique this afternoon with the brother Robert, and we had a couple of beers and some good combo, and we had some beers. So let me show you what we had, and if you have a chance, you live in the Cedar Park, Austin area, you can go to the Boutique, say hey to Sean if he's there, and drink what you want to drink. They have 150 beers available for you to just have one there while you're hanging out. You can also take some home. So again, I am not affiliated by the Boutique. I am not sponsored by the Boutique. They don't pay me for this. I'm just doing it because it's fun and the Boutique is right there. So let's check out these beers for our spirit time. All right, so here we go. So out at the Boutique, as we mentioned with Brother Rob. So here's the first one. This is AleSmith, which is one of my favorite brewing companies. They have fantastic stuff. Their Speedway Stout is just unbelievable. And this is their peanut butter cup. It's 12% ABV, and it's pretty good. It's in fact it's really good. I'd give it 8 thumbs up. The peanut butter is not quite as strong as I would probably like, but it's really good. And the stout itself is always fantastic. Those guys out at AleSmith really know what they're doing. Yeah, I got a bromance. I don't care. AleSmith Speedway Stout is really something to look forward to. I've never had a bad Speedway Stout from them. So, fantastic job. And it was my first one for the day, so that made it even better. And I decided to keep going with that. However, Brother Rob decided to go with some IPAs. So this is Do You Even Lift Kegs, bruh? So once again, do you even lift kegs, bruh? This is from Evil Twin Brewing Company out of New York City. This is, I believe it's 10% ABV. It's a IPA. It's really good. I think Brother Rob gave it 7.5 thumbs up. Really refreshing. If you like IPAs, this is the way to go. I would definitely recommend this as well. I would probably only give it 7, but that's because slowly I've been moving away from IPAs, and so that's just the way things go. But it's still really good. This is another one Brother Rob had. This is Spindle Taps. This is their Haymaker Market Triple IPA. So he was sticking with the IPAs. Not as good as the first one. I think he said he'd give this 6.5 thumbs up, maybe even six. But it's again, if you like your IPAs, this is decent. I agree with Rob on the rating for this, and Brother Rob. So I think we're going to stick with that. But still, not overall, not a bad IPA, especially not a bad triple IPA. So if you don't know what a triple IPA is, test it out, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So that was Spindle Tap's Haymaker Triple IPA. So last but not least, I went with Texas Beer Company's peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter porter. Now this had a little bit more peanut butter to it. I didn't taste the chocolate as much, so that was a little bit depressing. But I did taste the peanut butter a little bit more so than in the Speedway Stout. Though I still love a Speedway Stout. Don't get me wrong, Alesmith. It's still fantastic. This was really good too. Sadly, depending on how you look at it, this was only 6% ABV, so not as high as I normally like to get, but or not high enough, I should say, but still really good. Peanut butter came out really nice on the back end, on the front end. So I'd give this probably a 6.5. So there you have it. All right, so there you have it. There's our brews in lieu of the cocktail edition for Spirit Time. There's a little bit of gardening, talking about the melons and the Concord grapes that I got. And there was our AI generated Zen Moment with a poem by Jay Anderson, or thoughts, I should say. I don't know. I don't really look at it as a poem. He may. And then also our normal trash in the hood. So if you like what you saw, please leave a message on the comments. If you would like to reach out to me directly and you know how, please do. You can reach out to me here on Javier in the Air. My handle is Javier in the Air 01, # in front of that. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you have somebody who may be interested in listening to the beer reviews or watching the Trash in the Hood, by all means, please share this link with them. I have made it public so that everybody can get to it, and that is on purpose. So if you'd like to be on the show, you have something that you are passionate about and you'd like to talk about it, by all means let me know and I'll get you on the show. Also, still as always, looking for a co-host for an episode or two. I think that would be interesting. Like to see how that goes. I can get some extra cameras here in the studio and we can set it up. So if you like what you see, please let me know. If you'd like to see more, please let me know. If you don't like what you saw, but you can let me know anyway. I always take any feedback, any and all feedback. So let me know. This is a shortened show today. Like I said, I'm a little bit under the weather, but I wanted to get this out. So I will see y'all and everybody again in about 2 weeks. Thanks a lot, everybody.